Street Talk and other stuff. Mike Mad Dog Magnati, thanks for tuning in this last Monday morning in Thanksgiving month in November. Thanksgiving is Thursday. I hope you have a great one. I really do. It's for many of us, it's our favorite holiday. It is a good one. Looking forward to it. But I want to switch gears a little bit here. Okay. I know many people support that man who's in the White House. Okay. There's reasons for that, and I'm not going to go into them, but this recent incident, this quiet piggy incident, is something that I think we all need to stop and consider. This man is exposing who he truly is, how he truly feels. And there have been politicians I have liked a lot and supported, but when they do something they're not supposed to, you have to admit it and recognize it. Otherwise, it totally destroys your integrity. Okay? You can't defend something like this. And folks, I don't care where you stand on this, we have to seriously consider what is going on in our political landscape right now and what type of things are coming out of some people's mouth. Not just that man, but his press secretary for one. Okay, I'm sorry for getting so serious here on the eve of a holiday, but it is so serious what is happening in our country right now, and all of us have got to stop and think and search our hearts, okay? That's all I'm going to say right now. Now look, switch gears again. I have got a great guest today. We have got issues going on in our community that some people are standing up to do something about, and that's what we're going to talk about. So I invite you to stick around. We're going to take a quick break. Street Talk and other stuff. We will be right back.
NCW Life Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
When flooding hit Serve Wenatchee, their office in Fresh Hope Market were devastated. But their mission to help prevent homelessness in this valley hasn't stopped, and neither will we. I'm Todd McLaughlin, General Manager at Apple Valley Honda. Now through the end of the year, we're donating $25 to Serve Wenatchee every time someone takes a test drive. And if you happen to buy a vehicle, we'll give an additional $100 in your name. Because when our neighbors are in need, this community steps up, and we're proud to be part of that.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community.
As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Street Talk and other stuff, we are back. Thanks for tuning in. I'm very happy to introduce both my close friend and my pastor, Kelsey Eberth, from New Song Community Church. Now, I want to thank Kelsey specifically because I did have somebody else scheduled for today.
Second choice.
No, not at all. Stop that.
I was in the wings, ready. So, put me in.
Well, no, I mean, my other person got sick, but I called you up. But the thing is, I'm glad because there's stuff going on right now in our community that you and New Song Church are stepping up to. That I think is important to be able to talk about. But before we get into that, Tell us a little bit about yourself,
Okay.
Kels. You know, your background, family, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, my husband and I have lived in Wenatchee for 17 years now. We have
Okay.
2 kids. Brooklyn is an 8th grader at Foothills, and Hudson is a 4th grader at John Newberry.
Okay. I've had grandkids who've gone to both of those schools.
They're great schools.
So, yeah.
We've been super impressed with the Wenatchee School District and those schools in particular. So we've lived here for a while. I've been pastoring at New Song for about 6 years now. Since September of 2019.
Okay.
And before that, I was a high school teacher at Wenatchee High School, and then
I did not know that.
Yes, you did. Really?
No,
You didn't know?
really,
Yeah, I
no.
taught English for about 10 years.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and then
Oh.
I taught family and consumer science over at Eastmont for a year.
Family, consumer science, what they used to call home ec.
Home ec.
When my sister was going to
Yes,
school.
and the funny thing was, it was in that job that I learned the term is actually home
Economics,
I
yes.
thought it was home ec, like etc., like home and other stuff.
No, it's home economics.
I kind of like my way better. That makes sense. Like home
See,
and
back when I went to
sewing
school-
and cooking and other things.
When I went to school,
Yeah.
boys went to shop and girls went to home economics.
Not anymore.
Oh,
I had
know.
both
Yeah.
boys and girls learning how to
right.
cook and do their taxes and all kinds of
Down
other
the
stuff.
patriarchy,
yeah,
right?
down with the patriarchy. Starting at Eastmont High School.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was super fun.
All right. So 10 years you taught English and
It was just a quick year at Eastmont doing home,
okay.
etc.
All right.
But yeah, English for a long time. Worked with some great people and
Okay.
had an awesome experience. And it wasn't a straight 10 years. I had kids in there and took some
Sure.
time off. But
Sure.
yeah,
Okay.
it was
So 2
wonderful.
kids again, but
2
then
kids.
there I remember watching one of them in the nursery. There.
Yeah, they've been there since birth.
I mean, I'm an old guy.
You are, yeah. No, Brooklyn's
You're not
a
supposed to
teenager.
agree
You
with
are.
me.
You absolutely are. And I'm still in my 30s for another month.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, really?
yeah.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay. So, how long you've been with New Song now?
We've been attending New Song the entire time we've been in Wenatchee, so
Okay.
16, 17 years,
All right.
and was on the elder board for a while, and then have been pastoring there since 2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, there's been recent stuff going on in
Mm-hmm.
our society, in our economic system. So, why don't you start with how this project I specifically asked you to come talk about today
Right.
kind of got started? Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
what was going on in your mind? What did you see?
Well, it was an easy transition for New Song, not even transition, but easy project for us to pick up. We've always cared about feeding the hungry. We've always had some sort of a food pantry and have made it part of our mission and the kind of the fabric of who we are to
Sure.
make sure that people are fed in lots of ways, but specifically with tangible food that we all need. We believe that it really is kind of the great equalizer. We all need to
Sure,
eat,
sure.
regardless of where your background is, what you believe, what your politics are. We all need to eat.
You know, and of course, there's something in the Bible that talks about that. It
Jesus
says-
does it a few times.
Well, and also, I think it's in the book of James. If someone's hungry, you can tell them, oh, be warm and filled.
Right.
Doesn't do a doggone thing for
Right.
them.
Yeah.
They really have to step up and,
Yeah, and that's the whole idea of thoughts and prayers, right? You hear about, no more thoughts and prayers. Well, we need thoughts and prayers for absolutely, and we also need
Action,
actual food
action,
and action.
action,
Yeah, we
yes.
can't just say these things or present these things to God, because I believe that part of our prayers, if you are someone that prays, part of that is then moving with what God gives you the ability to do.
I struggle with prayer, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Because every time I go to God with a need, you know what I think He says back to me? Well, that sucks. What are you going to do about it?
Wow, that's God, according to Mike Mignotti. I think everybody struggles with prayer.
I think really He's coming back. Yeah, that's a problem. What are you going to do?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's a hard thing.
Yeah.
What can you do about it? I believe
Right.
that if you are someone that follows Jesus, if you are someone that is a part of a religion, for the most part, you are exemplifying the divine. And for me, that's exemplifying
Yeah.
Jesus. That's feeding people. That's loving people by meeting their basic needs.
See, that's interesting. You look at the Great Commission, which is in the end of Mark and in the end of Matthew.
Yeah.
People have misinterpreted that. But what Jesus said, tell people, teach them to do
Right.
what I have told you to do.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's not easy. It's absolutely
No,
not easy.
good
It's
grief.
inconvenient.
Yeah.
We all have busy lives. We all have different places we're using our resources. But we are commanded as followers of Jesus to feed people, to meet people's needs, especially for those who have an abundance.
But only people that we agree with and like, right?
Right.
You know, we're not some, those other people that,
You know, and that's a good point, because one thing that came up in this is people were really concerned about people taking advantage of this program.
And we're gonna get into the program, which she's talking about in a minute. But go ahead, keep going.
People were concerned that people would take advantage of this or scam us or whatever, and that was not the case at all. But my thought was, well, people did that to Jesus. I mean,
exactly,
look at Judas.
Yes. You said that in church yesterday.
I did, yeah. And I firmly believe that my responsibility is not to place judgment on another person. It's not to say whether you are deserving of food or deserving of resources. My responsibility as a follower of Christ is to do the work of feeding and helping and serving. And I actually don't need to worry about the rest.
Right. Okay, so let's talk about what this specific program is. And then I want to come back and address this subject we've just been talking about a little bit. But go ahead.
Yeah, so it's actually funny. This was not some magical brainchild of mine. I saw a meme on Instagram, I think, it was actually kind of tongue-in-cheek. It was this idea of like, well, why don't we connect the wealthy with the poor? Was the basics of the meme. But like, why can't the poor or the wealthy take the poor shopping? And I was like, wait. Why can't the wealthy take the poor shopping? And wealthy being such a relative term.
Well, it is. I mean, we live in a doggone paradise here.
Yes.
We have more than we need.
Yes.
And I like to say, okay, you know the story of Lazarus and the rich man? Okay, this isn't the Lazarus that Jesus raised from the dead. This is the poor man who was outside a rich man's house.
Yeah.
And, you know, you can look up the parable yourself. I'm not exactly sure where it is. But I like to say we are the rich man in America, and Lazarus is at our door.
Yeah, absolutely. And this came up right around the time where people's government benefits, SNAP benefits, EBT were all being threatened. And there was so much fear and stress and angst. And so for me, it's not, you know, the millionaires versus the unhoused people, but comparing those two. It's anyone who is no longer receiving the benefits that they were dependent on, and those of us who were not receiving those benefits and have more than we need.
Right.
Yeah, so then I started doing that.
So tell me exactly what it is you started doing.
Yes, what am I doing? What are we doing as a church? So we put out,
And what's the program called?
The program is called Community Cart. Yeah, thank you. It's called Community Cart, and it's a really simple concept where people who are able to take people who need food shopping. And that can look very different. We had a lot of people physically take people shopping. I picked up a woman at her apartment and her daughter, and we went shopping, and she had her list and I had my list, and we were grabbing stuff and putting them in the cart. What was so beautiful about this, that was probably a blessing I couldn't have expected, was that we were no longer the haves and the have-nots. We were two women shopping for our families.
Right, cool.
And we were comparing recipes, and oh, why are you getting that ingredient? Oh, I use it for my family's spaghetti recipe. Oh, tell me more. We shared traditions and what are you doing for the holidays? And we really got to know each other.
Yeah.
I got to hear her story and she got to hear mine, and we made a connection. So it was more than about food. It was about equalizing, and it was about giving dignity to someone who might not have felt like that otherwise.
Okay, so you put this plan out.
Yes.
How did you do that? I know that Dominic Bonnie interviewed you.
Yeah, and
did
that
an
was
article.
huge.
That was great. Thank you,
So,
Dom. Thank you, Dom.
Thank you, Dom. I put it out both on our church Facebook page and on Together Wenatchee, and just said, here's what we're doing. We're connecting people who can shop with people who need food, and we're using those resources for good. And we had a bunch of people say, how can I help?
Well, look, I want to talk about the response in a minute, but we need to take a break. Okay,
Great.
Again, I'm talking with Kelsey Eberth. She is the pastor at New Song Community Church, Grant Road and Iowa Street.
Yep.
Services 10 o'clock Sunday morning.
Thanks. Nice subtle plug.
And, you know, the one thing about New Song that I can advise you of, they even let me attend, okay? So, you know what they say about being inclusive and opening, but hey.
We mean it.
Right. We're going to take a break and come back, talk with Kelsey some more. But Street Talk and other stuff, you stick around. We will be right back.
Birthdays, office gatherings, and team parties taste better at Abby's. From our legendary lunch and Thirsty Thursday to our monthly Giant Special, there's always a reason to gather. Family-owned Abby's. your legendary pizza tradition. You asked, and it's back at Abby's. 2 legends, 1 pizza. Half pepperoni, half big Hawaiian. All delicious. It's mouthwatering, loaded with toppings, and happily feeds a family. Order at abbys.com before this legend disappears.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCW Life Channel.
A kitchen that makes mouths water and jaws drop. A bedroom from a dream with a bath from a spa. A walk-in you'd never want to walk out of. A pool like the fountain of youth. And a view that never gets old. When buying or selling a home of the highest standards, it's comforting to be represented by a real estate company with standards to match. Coldwell Banker Global Luxury. Live well with Coldwell.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series is the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
Street Talk and other stuff. We're back talking with Kelsey Eberth. She is the pastor of New Song Community Church in East Wenatchee, and she has gotten the idea from a meme on Facebook called Community Cart. Okay, and Community Cart is connecting people with the means.
Yeah. It's connecting people.
And not just the wealthy, because if you put wealthy out there, I would have said, well, I don't qualify.
I know. Yeah, no, me either. It's connecting people. That is the heart of it, but it's connecting people through food. And so I posted on Together Wenatchee, which is a Facebook group, and then our church website or our church Facebook group, and I've received so many emails and calls for people.
Tell me about the response you've been getting.
It's been huge. And what's been really cool is that it's actually been equal. And what I mean by that is I will receive the same number of needs as I receive of people wanting to shop or support on any given day. And so we've been able to fill, I think we have 3 more people left on our list that I need to connect with this week and get them food. But the response has been overwhelming, both for people who have needs and people who've been wanting to support. And I so appreciate the humility and the vulnerability of people saying, hey, I need help.
It's very hard. But
so
but you
hard.
said something in church yesterday about some people who initially wanted on the list who then called you back.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So there was the fear of SNAP benefits, and some people did not receive benefits and then received half their benefits, but then even more received their full benefits through all that was going on, and I don't know the details of all of that. But for those who were receiving their full benefits, they emailed and called, I think about 4 people, and said, hey, we received our benefits, take us off the list. And I even said, are you sure we could give you some extras or just have some stuff to put away? And they said, no, I want to make sure that it's going to people in need. And we've also have people who have said, I need food, and also I would love to shop for other people, because we've also been given grocery gift cards and financial resources. So we've been able to then give grocery gift cards and connect to people in need and have them shop for each other as well with extra resources. Right. So,
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
2 people that come, say we're both in need, we're getting this help, we're going to go shop together. Cool.
Yeah,
right.
and now we can then deliver to somebody else, because a lot of people, which again, there's so much vulnerability that comes with, I can't feed my family.
Yeah.
And so some people prefer to have it delivered. But even in that, I've been encouraging our shoppers to still make a connection. And sometimes that connection is on a text. Hey, 1% milk or 2%. Sometimes that's when they get to their door and say, can I help you put your groceries away? Or it's so nice to meet you. Yeah. So just having that face-to-face connection has, I think, restored a lot of dignity and humanity in something that can often be divisive and just ostracizing, and people feel shame about it.
Okay, so you still have 3 families right now on your list that need. Okay, if somebody watching now wanted to contact you to help with this program, what do they do?
The best way, we're not fancy. We don't have a website or a form or anything like that. If you email me at newsongwenatchee@gmail.com, I'm taking that information and I'm just putting it in a spreadsheet and connecting people through that.
Okay, and as always, maddog@nwi.net. You can email me. I can hook you up with Kelsey and help this program. But this is, it's a great thing. In the book How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie wrote, why are our hearts so small sometimes that we can't just do something for somebody without any expectation of getting a return?
Yeah.
Okay, and it's a great benefit we have to be able to do that, to be able to do something for some folks without any expectation.
Yeah.
Or at the most to say pay it forward.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I've really appreciated that a whole spectrum of people have come forward to help as well. That it has been people in religious circles. I had a missionary from the LDS church who did some shopping, and then I've had people who are saying, I have no religious background, I'm an atheist, but I want to help feed people.
Yeah, somebody posted when I said you were going to be on Facebook today, when I posted on Facebook, she says, I'm not religious, but I'm donating anyway because you guys are so affirming. I wanted to put down there, we're not religious either, but I didn't want to get, I didn't want things to get too confused.
Oh my gosh, stay out of the comments, Mike.
So, yeah, it was one time when I thought I should shut my mouth, and I actually did.
Oh, look at that Holy Spirit work in you. If that's not divinity, I don't know what is.
Yeah, right, that's a spark that's in me.
Spark, yeah.
All right, now, this community cart, is there another program? There was another program mentioned in church yesterday that we might be doing, or did
so we are also, and we are not putting this on. In fact, a great effort has gone behind this, so I don't want to take any credit for this. But there will be a Messiah sing-along at Wenatchee High School on December 6th at 7 p.m. And that has been an effort of people from various religious, non-religious backgrounds, and the hope for that is to. Well, it's twofold. One is to bring people together to sing. And there is something that happens in a community, and you're in theater, you know this, when we join together and we raise our voices, whether we are religious or not, but singing in community to usher in the Christmas holiday.
People love it.
Singing is so,
I know. People
there's
love
so much, like it helps your vagus nerve, and there's a whole, it's a thing. When you sing, look it up.
I was really worried about my vagus nerve.
You should have been. It is a whole psychological effect that releases anxiety, and we could all use that, right?
Okay,
releasing anxiety. So this is at Wenatchee High School. It's the Messiah sing-along. It's Handel's Messiah, and while the lyrics are scripturally based, it is going to be open and welcome to atheists, agnostics, Muslims, Jewish folks, any religion or non-religion in the valley.
No, Muslims too.
Absolutely, because the music is familiar to a lot of people.
Yes.
It's traditional, and the other part of this is that we are collecting food for the Chelan Douglas County food pantry, and we are also trying to get extra volunteers so that they can keep that food pantry open for 5 extra days before the holidays.
Is this the Community Action Council food pantry? Okay, all right, great.
Yeah, and so they're hoping to keep their food pantry open for an extra 5 days, and so we are hoping that this event will also bring in volunteers. People can sign up to work certain shifts. They can bring in food for that food pantry, and they can come be a part of something that we are all doing together as a community, regardless of what you believe, regardless of who you voted for, that it is truly a community effort, that we are all in this together. We are all unifying to feed our community, to serve our community.
Now I know when they've had these Messiah sing-alongs before, they've asked people if they have their own libretto or script to bring, or they're going to kind of print the words?
They will have it, yes. They will have that all available. You just show up, bring your food, get ready to sign up to volunteer at the food pantry if that's something that you're interested in, and join our community to sing.
Okay, again, we're talking with Kelsey Eberth, pastor of New Song Community Church. Number of good things going on in this community, but we're going to take a quick break and come back. So Street Talk and other stuff, you stick around. We will be right back.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Welcome to Bliss. Population U. This is the you that appreciates the warmth of a good coat and the fit of a purposeful boot. At Coastal, we want to be your partner in finding your bliss. We are hopeful and helpful because we're about this community. So when you're looking for a place called Bliss, trust Coastal, your country lifestyle superstore. Coastal, we're just what the country needs.
Whether you're a new homeowner or looking to update, Save Mart in Wenatchee has everything you need. From top-of-the-line appliances to comfy mattresses and stunning furniture that fits your style, they have it all under one roof. With great deals and expert customer service, you'll find the perfect pieces for your space and your budget. Save Mart, your local destination for quality appliances, mattresses, and furniture at prices you'll love.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCW Life. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCW Life channel.
Okay, we're back. Street Talking Other Stuff. Talking with Kelsey Eberth, pastor at New Stone Community Church. And now I wanted to mention, we talked earlier about people worrying about whether we're being taken advantage of. That's a good concern. I mean, we are told in the Bible, don't cast your pearls before swine.
Yeah,
but
we
on
want
the
to be
other
good
hand,
stewards of our resources.
Right.
Absolutely.
But that's really not our concern. What God is looking at is our hearts.
Right.
Are we doing, and even if we are donating and doing something like that, if we're not doing it for the right reasons, we need to rethink that, okay? But because that's what God's looking at. What is in your heart when you're doing this? If the other person is taking advantage of you, that is on them.
Right.
So, okay, but you wanted to talk more about the food pantry.
Yeah, so we also, along with our community cart efforts, we have a food pantry that is available outside of our building. It's open 24/7. It's literally a pantry, and we try to restock that several times a week. And so we want to make sure people know that that's available for them, and it's also available to drop off donations. So you can stuff the pantry, you can put stuff in the pantry, or you can take things that you need. If you have a lot of things you want us to bring or want to bring, we store those inside, mainly because we have found that sometimes people do come and wipe it out. And again, I know we're going to talk about this in a minute.
We hope it's people who really need it.
I truly believe that it is. In one way or another, there is a need that to be met.
All right.
And yeah, so if you have lots of items you want to bring, you can reach out to us and we can set up a time to meet you, and then we put that on our inside pantry. Again, being good stewards of what we're being given, and then we have volunteers that restock the outside pantry.
And tell us where we are.
A week.
Okay.
Where we are, location 11 North Iowa, up Grant Road. If you're coming from Wenatchee, you go up Grant Road and take a left on Iowa, and we're right there.
And if you come into that side of the church, by the door of the church, you will see the pantry
there's the
right
pantry.
there.
Yeah. We try to get it stocked with non-perishables, but when it gets colder, we can kind of have some other items out there that will stay fresher longer because of the temperatures.
Okay. Well, Pastor Kelsey, thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate it. Okay, and appreciate the work you're doing. And like I said in the Facebook post today, I mean, there's there's a need. Some people are stepping up, and we, the church, are the people.
A lot of people are stepping up.
We, the church, are the people who are responsible for that. Okay, so I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate you giving us the opportunity to take advantage of this, and good for you. Okay, so Street Talking Other Stuff. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope that if there's traveling, that people are safe. I hope that you stay safe. I hope you get enough sausage in your stuffing the way I do it.
Oh, sausage.
And have a great Thanksgiving. Okay, Street Talk and other stuff. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.